Let's begin with the fourth question in exercise 5.3. How many terms of AP must be taken to give a sum of 636? They have given a series. So in this series, how many terms of AP I should take so that I can get a sum of 636? Always, if you get confused with the question, just leave the series and read out the question alone. How many terms of AP must be taken? So totally, how many terms of this series I have to take, so that if I add every number, I must get the SN as 636. So they have given SN 636. No, you have to find out the N, how many number of terms I should take. So N you need to find out, and A is 9, D is 17 minus 9, which is 8. So just check out our four formulas which I have given in my previous video. This formula suits the best. Since you know A value, D value, SN value, I can substitute SN, A, D here, and the remaining is N. I can easily get the N value, right? So just substitute Sn as 636, n by 2, 2 into A value is 9 and D value is 8. And 8 I am multiplying it inside 8 and minus 8. After this 18 minus 8 will give me 10. 10 plus 8 10, right? So in the denominator I have 2. So I can take common 2 out in this bracket since both are multiples of 2. So I'm taking 2 common out, 2 gets cancelled. In the bracket I'm getting 5 plus 4n. Multiply this n inside, 5n plus 4n square. Take the 636 this side. So minus 636 equal to 0. You get a quadratic equation, right? You have to use middle term splitting method and multiply the 636 into 4. I'm getting 2544. So when I multiply, I should get minus 2544. When I add those numbers, I should get 5n, right? That is middle term splitting method. So if the number is very large, no, you can use the prime factorization method. You take 2544 and do the prime factorization. Since you have already studied in the real number chapter, no, do take only prime numbers and factorize this 2544 and then try to group it. You will end up with 53 into 48. So 53 into 48, when you add, I'm getting 5. So I'm putting the bigger number sign as positive and smaller number as minus. Okay. So I'm getting, when I add, I'm getting it plus 5. And when I multiply, I'm getting minus 2544, right? So it satisfies this equation. 4n square plus 53 and minus 48 and minus 636 equal to 0. So from the first two terms, I'm taking n common out. 4n plus 53. In the second two terms, both are 12 multiples, right? I'm taking minus 12 common out. So 4n plus 53. So I'm getting n minus 12, 4n plus 53. So since you get the negative value for this 4n plus 53, no, n equal to minus 53 by 4. We cannot get the negative or fractional value for the n. N is equal to 12 is the value. Correct. Required number of terms is 12. So if you take number of terms, if you take 12 terms, I will be getting the SN as 636. So understand the question. If I take first 12 terms and add, I am getting this SN as 636. Okay. So next question, fifth one, first term of AP is 5. First term means what? A is equal to 5, right? Last term is 45. Always last term means you take L, AN. Both the same, right? L and AN are same. L is the last term, AN is the nth term. We used to say. Mostly you can take it anything. Okay, so I'm taking L is equal to AN is equal to 45 and sum is 400. SN is also given as 400, right? Find the number of terms and common difference. So here A is 5, L is 45, Sn is 400, right? You need to find number of terms. Can you check out the smaller formula of Sn? Since I have given L value, no, Sn equal to n by 2 A plus L. Sn I can substitute the value of 400. A is 5, L is 45. So remaining n, I will get the answer of n, no, when I substitute in this formula. So 400 is equal to n by 2. 5 plus 45 will give me 50. So I can cancel it. 25, I'm sending it as a division. N is equal to 16. So I'm getting number of terms as 16. Next, what you need to find? Common difference. Common difference, how will you find? A, I know the A value, N value, AN value, right? So I can use the AN formula, right? N equal to A plus N minus 1 into D, or else you can also use Sn equal to N by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, since you know the Sn value, you can use that Sn big formula or you can use this AN formula. That is up to you. I have used this for easier calculation. So AN is 45, A is 5, 16 minus 1 into D, right? So D value, I'll be getting it as 8 by 3. So first what you have done, since you know L, A, Sn, to find N, I'm using this formula. and after this you have to find common difference. Either use the an formula or use the Sn equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So both will give you the answer of D. Okay, I'm using it because for the easier calculation. Sixth question. The first and last terms of an AP are 17 and 315 respectively. So A is 17, right? Last term means L is equal to 350. Common difference D is 9. How many terms are there and what is their sum? How many terms means what? You have to find n value and Sn value. So here An is known. L is An, right? L and An are same. So I can write it as L is equal to N is equal to 350. So I know the value of A, N and D. I can use this A N formula, right, to find the N. N equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. This will be easy to get the answer of N. So 350 is equal to 17 plus N minus 1 into 9. 17 I am sending it this side, and 9 it will be gone that side as division. So N will be 38. After you got N, what you need to find? S, sum of values, right? Sn. So how will you find the Sn value? Since you know A and no, you can use the shorter formula. Sn equal to n by 2 a plus l. They have given last term, so I am taking it as l. Okay. So S38 is equal to, since n value is 38, I am substituting S38 equal to 38 by 2, 17 plus 350. If you multiply this and solve, you get the S38 value as 6973. Okay. So always choose the formula according to the given data. Okay. So you just think, you write the formulas in a side column and you just think and compare the known data with the formula, so that you will get the exact unknown values. So if I substitute these known values in an, I can get the number of terms n which is required for this question, right? And I can get the sum of terms when I substitute in this formula, which is required, right? Seventh question. Find the sum of first 22 terms of an AP. So sum of first 22 terms of an AP means yes, 22 you need to find out, right? D is given and 22nd term is 149, which is what? Yeah, since n is 22, n is 149, right? 22nd term. You always remember this is not sum of 22 terms. Only they are talking about 22nd term, which is nth term. That is an equal to 149, or you can also say that as L. Okay. D is 7, n is 149, and n is 22. Okay. So what you need to find the sum of first 22 terms. So what is missing here? D is there, n is there, n is there, but a is missing, right? For to find the Sn, I should get the a first, right? So I am using the an formula to find out the a value. 149 equal to a plus 22 minus 1 into 7. So a will be, like, you send this 147 this side, a will be 2. So after getting a value, you can use the Sn formula. So you can use the shorter formula, since you know L, no? L value last term is given, right? So you can just use Sn equal to n by 2 a plus L. So you will be getting Sn, n is 22. 22 by 2, 2 plus 149 will give you the 1661 as the sum of 22 terms. Okay. So just understand the question. To find out the sum of 22 terms, we didn't have the a value. That is why we are substituting in the an formula, and then we are going to find out the sum of 22 terms. Okay. Next question. Find the sum of 51 terms of AP whose second and third terms are 14 and 18. Can you see this? Like, you will be getting two equations in terms of a and d. So since they have given second term as 14, I can take a to 14 means a plus d is 14, right? Third term is 18 means a3 is 18 means a plus 2d will be 18. So I can just use a elimination method. Subtract this, I am getting the d value as 4. Once you get the d value, substitute in any equation. I am substituting it in the first equation. A plus 4 equal to 14, right? A equal to 10. 14 minus 4 is 10. So once you got a and d, what you need to find? Sum of first 51 terms. 51 is what then? N, right? So sum of 51 terms means yes, 51. So n will be 51, right? So in the n place, you just substitute 51. A and d are known. A is 10, d is 4. So s 51 equal to 51 by 2. 2 into 10 plus n is 51 minus 1 into 4, right? So 50 into 4, you just substitute it here and cancel this. So 2 tens are 20. Here when you multiply and add, you get 220. Just cancel this. I'll be getting 5610 as sum of 51 terms. Okay. So when you get this second term and third term like this, no, you can use elimination method to find a and d values and then find the required value. Okay. Here we need to find S51, so we are using SN formula. Next, if the sum of first 7 terms of an AP is 49 and that of 17 terms is 289, find the sum of first n terms. So always remember, when you get the question like this, when you get this kind of question, sum of first 7 terms of an AP is 49 means S7 49, and that of 17 terms means S17 is 289, right? So here you take the n value as 7, n value as 17. So when the data is given like this, you know the value of Sn and you know the value of n. So just substitute in this big formula separately for this Sn and for this Sn, because when you substitute, what will you get? Two equation, because Sn is known, n is known, a and d are unknown, right? So here also a and d are unknown, so you'll end up with the equation in terms of a and d, so you can use the elimination method. So whenever you got like this, na, sum of 7 terms, sum of 8 terms is 49, like that. So you just take S7 49, n is 7. Here S7 to 17 to 18 and n is 17. Just substitute in this formula to get the two equations. Okay. So S7 equal to 7 by 2, 2a plus 7 minus 1 into d. So you're getting 2a plus 6d, and I'm taking 2 common out in this bracket. 2 will get cancelled, and a plus 3d, 7 I'm sending it as the division. So 49 by 7 will give you 7. A plus 3d equal to 7 in this equation. So if I substitute this S17 equal to 17 by 2, 2a plus 17 minus 1 into d. So what is S17? 289 is given, no? Substitute 289 here. And after this, the same in this bracket, take the 2 common out and cancel it. 17 I'm sending it this side as division. So 17 17s are 289. I'm getting a plus 8 equal to 17. Can you see you get the two equation, right? Use the elimination method to get a value, d value. So when you subtract, I'm getting the d value as 2. And substitute this d value in this first equation. I'm getting a value as 1. Once you get a value, d value, what you need to find? Sum of n terms, right? They didn't give how many terms. You have to find for the n terms, so keep the n as it is. Okay, don't change, otherwise no, you'll get the values. So always when the question says sum of n terms means you have to keep the n as it is. Just substitute a and d values alone. Sn equal to n by 2, 2 into 1, right? A value is 1, n minus 1 into d value is 2. Just multiply this 2 inside, 2n minus 2, and this 2 will get cancelled, and you can just cancel this 2 and 2, and n into n square is n square. So sum of n terms is n square. Okay, so whenever they ask you to find sum of n terms, keep the n as it is and substitute a and d values. Okay, you will end up with this. Kindly subscribe to our channel to get more videos on important question types of Adi Sharma and previous year question papers. So stay connected to our channel, students. See you next class. Bye bye. Kindly subscribe to our channel to get more videos on important question types of Adi Sharma and previous year question papers. So stay connected to our channel, students. See you next class. Bye bye.